YouTube, what is up? My name is Nico. I am a brand new barber. I've been barbering in a shop for about 4 months now, and I decided to write down 5 things to help out brand new barbers or people that are about to be coming out of school. I am going to be documenting my journey, making videos of my opinions and such. If you'd like to follow, please like, subscribe, hit the bell button so you don't miss any of the videos that I have coming out. Let's get into it. I have wrote down 5 musts for new barbers. I believe these things are very important for barbers either that want to come out of school and be successful, or for brand new barbers that are kind of struggling in the first couple months of their barbering career. Number 1, I think it's very important for you to go to an established shop to begin your barbering career, either that be an apprenticeship or you coming straight out of school. I don't think it's smart to go to a salon or a suite or really open your own shop straight out of school or right after an apprenticeship, because there is a lot of things that you do need to learn. There's a lot of things that I still need to learn. I've only been actually in a shop for 4 months. You can learn from the shop owner. You can learn from the barbers that have been barbering for a long time. You can learn a lot of tips and tricks of the trade. A shop is a really good place to basically build clientele and take walk-ins. And walk-ins have been really the staple of how I've been able to basically build my clientele and pay my bills. I work in a shop that's been established for over 30 years, and so there was a lot of foot traffic, a lot of word of mouth. The first week that I started working there, clients would come in, they'd be like, "Oh, look, the new guy's here." That just goes to show that people have been going to that shop for a long time. There's a lot of money that goes through that barber shop, and that's basically a good place for you to start your barbering career. It's not smart to go somewhere where you have to do a lot of the footwork yourself. Like pretty much a suite, a salon, or a brand new barbershop. They're not established. You need to make sure that you can pay your bills before you start moving towards a bigger goal. If you want to work inside the shop, build your clientele up, and then move, that's a way better option, way less risk. But I think working in an established barbershop, one, you can learn tricks, you can build clientele, and if you want to do that for a few years and then move on, I think that's a way smarter move than doing it straight out of school. Number 2, you need to be able to get good at giving a good haircut. And that's where working inside of a barbershop instead of going out and doing it on your own really plays a big part. I've been able to learn tips and tricks from watching the barber in my shop cut hair. Obviously, you can go online, you can educate yourself, and if you've been through school, you know how to use all the tools, and you can probably apply it to a brand new client. You should be doing that anyways in a barber shop, but I think it's a really good idea to go to a shop where you're going to get a lot of cuts. Volume. You're going to get a volume of cuts so that you have more practice. The more you do, the better you will get. At my shop, people are looking for a quality haircut at a quality price. It's very easy for me to learn, and I was able to really slide into that shop and establish myself early on. I couldn't imagine sitting there for 8 hours and only having 3 or 4 haircuts. Don't get me wrong, there have been days like that. On an average week, I'm probably cutting between 40 to 70, 80 clients. And so you think I've been in there for 4 months. Every week I'm doing that many haircuts. I've gotten a lot better at cutting hair. Go into the shop, take your job seriously, learn how to cut hair the best of your ability, learn from the barbers in the shop, and I promise it's going to pay dividends. Number 3, and this mostly applies to people that are doing booth rental, which is what I do. You need to learn how to run a business because you are a business within a business. You're an independent contractor. You should really read and educate yourself on how to run a business properly as far as, accounting, marketing, taxes, things of that nature. I have a very good tax guy. I do believe that it's beneficial to find someone to do your taxes for you. Ask them how you're supposed to structure your taxes for your business. I think that's very beneficial for a brand new business owner. A really important thing that I think a business owner should be is financially literate as well. You should really educate yourself on, one, how to run a business, but also what to do with the money that your business produces. Obviously, if you're somebody who has never been financially literate, you might see that money and be like, wow, I have a whole bunch of money, and go spend it on clippers. That's not smart. You want to be able to pay your bills first. You want to be able to pay your rent, pay your bills, have an emergency fund for when you have slow days. There's really a lot that goes into running a business. And so I think becoming literate as a business owner and literate financially is very important for you to run your business. Number 4, I think it's really important to make your client feel important. You need to learn how to basically be a chameleon, be able to have conversations with a whole array of different people. It's not about you. It's about your client, the person sitting in their chair. He's going to be the one that's paying you and feeding your family. Take an interest in them. Learn their name. Smile. Ask them about their life. Take an interest in their life. Ask about their wife. Ask about their dog. Ask about their family. Ask about what they do for work. Just take an interest in who they are as a person because they decide to come in that day and get a haircut from you. Sometimes people are just going to want to come in and vent to you. You need to be able to listen actively as you cut hair. Sometimes it could be a lot of people, say some wild stuff when they come into the shop. You just need to be able to shake it off and continue cutting hair without actually saying anything back that offends them or makes them feel uncomfortable. A really good book to read is How to Win Friends and Influence People. Literally, just like the title suggests, How to Win Friends and Influence People. Basically, how to communicate with people. You smile, you learn their name, you make them feel important. These are all things that people want. And I know it's kind of weird because society nowadays, we don't really do all those things. But I've been doing those things and I've noticed a huge increase in my clientele and just the connection that I have with people in my chair. Number 5, and this is so important, is to be in the shop. You need to actually be at the shop in order to be making money in your business cutting hair. You need to put in the hours. And I get it that sometimes when you're at the shop, it gets really slow. But when it gets slow for me, what I'm doing is I'm either reading, I'm educating myself, I'm doing my books for my business, I'm learning new ways to market, I'm making Facebook posts. There's a bunch of things that you can be doing when it's slow. Sometimes I'm at the bank. That's a really good place to be if you're running a business, it's the bank. But you need to be at the shop because when a walk-in comes in, you need to be able to jump on that haircut and possibly make him a client. These are the people that are be paying your bills. Too many barbers, they think they only need to be working 3 to 4 days a week. And that might be true if a couple of years down the line, you build a clientele where you're able to do that and you make enough off the haircuts. But when you're first starting out and you're building a clientele, you need to be in the shop. There are going to be days where you only have I think my worst day ever was 3 or 4 haircuts. I was like, oh my God, what a wasted time in the shop. It actually wasn't wasted time because if there would have been a walk-in, there would have been more money in my pocket. But if I'm not there, I can't make that money. I can't take that walk-in. So be in the shop. Barbers don't want to work weekends. I think it's super important to work weekends. Saturday is by far one of my biggest days of the week, one of my biggest money-making days of the week. This is the career that you chose. I'm sorry, that's just how it is. A lot of people come get haircuts on the weekends. So there it is, 5 things I think are very important for brand new barbers. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell button if you haven't. I'll be coming out more videos in the future. Hope you guys have a good day.